Oh man. Hey my Legion, how y'all doing today? It's pretty typical for any channel if they do like a type of video and the type of video proves to be popular, they try to do I try to do a whole bunch of different videos, but I mean if they do a video that's popular, they like doing those videos too to help their channel out. And that's no exception with me, even though I do a whole bunch of different types of videos. And I got another Saturday Night Live review for you. Um, And this one is hosted by, well, the main reason is because a lot of times this year I've been out. You know what I mean? Over at John's place, stuff like that, and I don't get back till late. And I usually miss Saturday Night Live, so I've got behind on the reviews. But with the weather being as it is, I've been home. You know, or just if I had to do something just very local, do that. Uh, some people asked about that Taco Bell video. ForeignMRE.com asked, said, how'd you get out in the snow? I said, well, that video was filmed 2 Fridays ago when the weather was still good out. It was still like almost 50 degrees out, so that was nice. Well, anyways, the host today was Tiffany Hadish, who I never heard of before. And the musical guest was Taylor Swift. I guess Taylor Hadish was a female comedian. Like I said, I never heard of her. And she was in a movie called Girl Trip that must have done really good. And the opening skit was the only political thing. Like I said, the non-political video, I talk about the sketch and I say whether they're funny or not. I mean, a lot of it's topical, and politics are going to get involved. Political humor is still big. I always try to stay neutral. And there's one with Ray Moore being interviewed by, I think, the vice president, the guy who played him anyway. Well, the guy who played Ray Moore, too, and he had those horrible allegations. And, of course, he lost the race. But, I mean, that was before this skit came out. And they were pretty much, saying that, what he did was wrong and stuff like that. And they had Jeff Sessions come out. And that was, what was her name that does, can't remember the girl who does that. Let me look. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. The girl who does that. Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon. She's that Jeff Sessions character she does is very good. Because she actually has some talent among some of those other people. I'd be ashamed to lose her. She's very good in that. I mean, it's just, it wasn't funny at all. It was kind of a very lackluster. And then it leads into the monologue, and the monologue was, that girl, Tiffany Hadish. I have to write it down because I never heard of her before. And she came out with a dress. I remember Inside Edition made a big deal about her hosting, and she was talking about the dress, how expensive it was. So she was going to keep wearing it, and people said it's bad luck and stuff like that. Instead of like a $4,000, which is insane. Right? And I don't blame her. If something costs that much, where the hell have I don't care. Like I had those shirts of the Take Care of My Legion shirts. They weren't that much. I got them for nothing, of course, because they're mine. And I wear them all the time. I mean, I don't wear them to work. I'm not wearing it now, but the Take Care of My Legion the sign-off shirt. I remember on the Academy Awards a long time ago, there was a really clever joke on there where this one girl won for, I think it was documentary short form. I think that's what they call it. And she came up and she said, well, you're in Hollywood when your dress is more, costs more than the whole budget of your movie, and everyone was clapping. So it's a very clever joke. Anyways, monologue wasn't funny. I just thought I'd mention that because they made a big deal about it. Then the first skit was like a video game. After the monologue was like this video game thing, like a Comic-Con type thing, but with video games, that sucked really bad. That was awful. Less was said about that, the better. And then they had like a kind of like a commercial about Disney's Lion King. They were talking about the other character. They had like screen tests with different actors. So it was a bunch of the time for everybody to do like usually very bad impersonations of different people. They had the guy from Parks and Rec, Nick Offerson, the guy with the mustache. The little bit with him was funny, and then a little bit with Oprah was fun. It was funny. I mean, the little snippets. Nothing great, but at least that was funny. But the rest of it was lame. Then he had someone with the Democratic Party doing like a little, like I said, not political video. trying to promote themselves and stuff like that. That was lame, except for Larry David doing Bernie Sanders. Whenever he's on, he was pretty good. He had like two little bits. And he did a little self-deprecating humor towards his real persona, Larry David, which that was okay, but it was a lame skit. So far, everything's been really lousy on the show. And then they did like a Friends thing. I think that was a takeoff of when that thing on Dave Chappelle, whenever that guy was going out with Leslie Jones, I think that was like a continuation of that. That was lame. It was constructed well, though. I will give it that. Next was Taylor Swift performing her first song. I'm really not into that kind of music, but they had a really cool light set with a light show, a little bit of a light show. It looked really neat, so I give it that. I would like to see a band like Mastodon play there. I love Mastodon. They could do Steam Breather. I love that song. That would be a cool guest, a musical guest. Taylor Swift, no, that's not my kind of music. Next was Weekend Update. And that was more of the same. It wasn't very good. A lot of lazy writing there, just doing commentary without trying to, with being sarcastic, was not really telling jokes. They mentioned Donald Trump saying, tweeting something, Kim Jong-un saying, like, when he said he was old, and he said, why are you calling me old? I don't call him short and fat. And then they actually said that was funny. So, they gave that. And there was a joke about sheep. A joke about the Vice President's Club and a joke about crack that was funny. It made me laugh a little bit. So that was okay. Next was the first black unicorn on Earth. That sucked. That was absolutely pointless. Next was the Wake Up with Tamika show, and that was equally pointless. That was awful. Next was the dolphin that learned to speak, or learn to talk. It was like a retro show, like a nature show, showing people back in the 50s and 60s, two girls trying to make a dolphin talk. That was actually really funny because they found out how to make him talk is to give him hand jobs and stuff. That was very funny. That was really good. Next was Taylor Swift, and this one was just like a sit-down acoustic thing. I didn't care for that at all. And then that dolphin was really good. And last was that cat, Whiskers X or something like that, like Cat Rescue Center. That was hilarious. And the cats are so funny. And the jokes that two girls were doing were silly. And they were funny, but the cats were all over the place. The two kittens were all over the place. And they're trying to get them and stuff like that. And they go against, never work with animals and stuff. That's the rule of Hollywood. Never work with kids and animals. That's W.C. Fields used to say that. Now, W.C. Fields was funny. He was really funny. I know I sound like an old man, but W.C. Fields was really good. He said never works with kids and animals because they'll upstage you every time. But yeah, little kittens are all over the place, and Tiffany had to show them. That was really funny. They had this cat in a Darth Vader outfit, and that Darth Vader helmet was on the side of the cat, and the cat looked in the camera. The cat was pissed. It was funny. And then there was a cat, a hairless cat. They held out there, and she looked like she was ready to attack. She almost went like this, and the girl went back like that. And they broke character a little bit and laughed a little bit. That was a very good sketch. That was really funny. A lot of times, I remember when Norm Macdonald, he was really good on Saturday Night Live. They fired him, but I think that was wrong. I wish I would have taped the part where he said the F word on he sort of heard a loud noise. He said, what the F was that? But he said the F word on live TV. I wish I would have taped it, but I didn't know. But how are you going to know he's going to say something like that, But it was really good. He got fired, though. But I remember when he was on, they used to have Howard Stern show on E! And they interviewed Norm Macdonald, and Howard Stern, he always has to do his own commentary. He says, I know what most Americans do. They watch Saturday Night Live, and they watch the opening stuff, and then they watch you on Weekend Update, and then they go to bed. And he said that's what he does, because most of the other shows, bad. I remember Krusty Clown said the last half hour of Saturday Night Live is a real garbage heap. But I tell you what, some of these new episodes, the last stuff, the last half hour, are usually pretty funny. Some of the stuff they choose to pick up first are stinkers. That dolphin learned to speak, and that cat rescue thing was very good. Because I was really thinking about the way it was going after that Tamika show. I said, well, this is probably going to get a 1.5 or a 1 out of 10. But with the dolphin and the cat thing, This episode of Silent Life is going to get a mild 3 out of 10. Those 2 episodes saved it. So, I mean, people wondering why I do the. I mean, because they're usually pretty popular, these Saturday Night Live videos. So, until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion. If they would stick to silly stuff, more sillier stuff than some of the other stuff they're doing, or the repetitive stuff, it'd be much better. Or just doing commentary, just being sarcastic and stuff like that. Anything with cats are funny, because those cats are all over the place. So, I hope you like this video. Until next time, bye, please take care. And also, they were breaking character a little bit laughing, so that helps a little bit too. All right, take care.